Welcome back to Stop the Feeding. And following our previous disappointing episode of 2 home losses, we followed that up with 2 solid wins in the Premiership. The first was a 2-0 victory against QPR away, thanks to a Mark Pugh own goal and of course a Kasper Dolberg goal. And then we had a 3-1 home win at Tottenham. It did go to 2-1 after Malcolm and Dyer scored an own goal. Memphis scored the free kick. He is essentially their replacement big name transfer for letting Harry Kane go for 110 million in the summer. Having Lozano scored to wrap up before half time. The main difference with this match and our other big games at home was that the other games at home, we were still playing as if we were Southampton a couple of years ago, going into the match and counter or defensive, or even standard mentality. With the Tottenham one, we actually thought, do you know what? We've got a really good team. We've got very strong players. Let's go out and control the match from the beginning. So we went with control mentality, and that paid dividends, giving us the 3-1 win. So it's put us in a really good position in the Premiership. We are top of the Premiership after 14 games. That's a point ahead of Man City and Chelsea. And, mainly looking to try and get top 4. We are 5 points ahead of 5th place Arsenal. Liverpool are 7th on 22 points. Man United aren't doing well at all on 21. And Tottenham have recovered from their earlier poor form and now on 18 points in 11th place. But still not doing that well. Man United, though, the most surprising because obviously they've got the 2 of the best strikers in the game in Mauro Icardi and Andrea Belotti. The problem they've got is that these 2 players are very, very similar. And what we'll do is just quickly show how similar they are. They're extremely similar. They play exactly the same position. And it's quite difficult, I guess, to get them both playing together at the same time. So that is good 100 and something million poorly spent, I think, overall. I think they should have just stuck with Belotti or traded in Belotti and got in Icardi. Either or. Anyway, back to the game in hand. So we've got Besiktas away for this episode. So we're doing Besiktas away and Stoke at home in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. Obviously, it's all in our hands in this Champions League following those 2 great results against Bayern Munich. So a draw will be enough to put us through. And a win, obviously, will definitely put us through. If we don't win or draw, then we have to rely on Barcelona beating Bayern Munich. And Barcelona are at home. So we can be maybe confident about that anyway. A lot has to go against us for us not to go through. If we don't, it will be an extremely disappointing episode, to say the least. Maybe more disappointing than the last one. Who knows? But that's me just being very pessimistic as always. It's time to move on to Besiktas. I'll see you guys in Turkey. Here we are, Besiktas away, and looking at their team, obviously they've got the ex-Liverpool player Ryan Babel, 32 now. I mean, I can remember when he joined Liverpool being touted as the young Henry. Czech Diabate, I'm sure he's ex-Newcastle? No. But Bordeaux, he played for quite a while. We haven't done much scouting on him, but he looks to be quite a decent target man. And they've got Gökhan Inler, who's probably the kind of star player of their team. And actually, they've also got Pepe, it looks like. So, Pepe, yep, the ex-Real Madrid, strong defender who goes around kicking everybody over. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to check out the YouTube video Pepe Assassin. I'll stick it in the description below so you can watch it after this episode. Quite interesting to watch, to say the least. Looking at our team, we've gone for a strong lineup. We can't leave anything to chance here. We are going with ball-winning midfield and midfield because we're away. And Wallace at the back. The only real change is Hysaj is on the bench. He is stewing a little bit because he asked us to leave for Bayern. And I told him he could only go if it was 50 million. And he said that was too high. And I told him to do one. So he's on the bench. And we'll see. Like we said, we're not feeding people anymore because we have to. We're now a big team. We're a Champions League team, so we should be acting like a big Champions League team. Anyway, we've kicked off, and Wallace has really come into his own with a run of games recently. Big physical defender, and Facer loses the ball but wins it back. Plays in Malcolm. Malcolm, who's played a large amount of games because of Justin Kluivert's injury. Ball over top to Malcolm. He feeds in Dolberg, and Lozano's there. And it's gone out for a corner. Malcolm to take the corner. Crosses it in, and Asensio will get the ball on the edge of the box. Plays in Facer. Facer got Ascasabar to the right of him. Plays it to him. Ascasabar does his man to Dolberg now. And Dolberg not one for crossing. Loses out there to the defenders. And now it's a counter-attack from Besiktas. And Babel's got the ball. Babel on the wing. Crosses it in. Asensio does his defensive duty very well. Now it's Dolberg. Now Dolberg's only got a few defenders in his way. But hits the shot straight at the goalkeeper. Fabricio with the free kick from the back. And now it's Tolgay to Mettle. Caner now. On to Mettle. Babel's got the ball. Now it's Gökhan Inler. Loses it to Asensio. Asensio to Dolberg. Back. Gets the ball back. Lozano now to Ascasabar. And it's a good save. It's a good save from Fabricio, the goalkeeper. Ball crossed in. And still no goal to speak of. 15 minutes in. Babel on the ball to Mettle. Back to Babel. Now it's Diabate. Keep wanting to say diabetes, but probably not the right name to give him. Caner onto Facer. Back to Wallace. Malcolm's got the ball now. Ascasabar. He's got options. Lozano. Plays in Dolberg, who plays out Itter. Itter. Normally a good cross with the ball. This time the cross gets deflected back out. But we've still got the ball. And Lozano with a great goal. What a stunning goal from outside the area that was. Ascasabar here. Plays it to Asensio. Malcolm. Quick one-touch football. Dolberg now. Plays in Lozano. And Lozano hits it there. There's 2 goals in 2 games for him. He was another really good signing for our team. And Barcelona 2-0 up against Bayern Munich. So, effectively, there needs to be 4 goals scored for us to not get through now. That's 2 for Bayern Munich. No, 5 goal scores because Bayern Munich need to win, so they need to score 3. And Besiktas need to beat us. They need to score 2. Babel with the ball. Crosses it. De Ligt heads it away, and that's Lozano. Lozano's got options. Plays it to Malcolm on the right. Deep right, though. Asensio. Calabria. Malcolm hasn't looked to beat his man yet. Ascasabar to Malcolm. Calabria's right out there on the wing. He doesn't see the ball. And Asensio with a strike from long distance that goes wide. 10 shots to 0 so far. This is a real domination in Turkey. Asensio to Malcolm. Malcolm heads that over. We can probably look at trying to rest a few players now, because I would like to think that this result is fairly safe. Let's just start the second half and we'll look to bring on players in the next 10. Yeah, Pepe is an absolute animal on the pitch, and got to be lucky not to get any injuries from him. And Tolgay straight at the goalkeeper. Diabate now with the ball to Hutchinson. Diabate, for his target man, has spent a lot of the time on the wing, coming deep, trying to get the ball, and it's not really worked for him. Lozano now with the ball, plays in Dolberg, and Dolberg scores. That's 2-0. I think we can be fairly happy with that now. So let's bring on Lincoln and let's bring on Elias. And we'll make another change at 60 minutes. Lovely play on the counter here. Malcolm plays into Lozano. Lozano gives the ball to Dolberg. Obviously in the first half it was vice versa. Dolberg supplied Lozano, so Lozano repaid that favour. 57 minutes, and they've had a few shots now. Nothing really troubling us. Mettle with the ball to Caner. Caner with the big ball in, and Donnarumma, safe hands. Although he's not been the best keeper in the world so far since we bought him, I do believe that the best is yet to come from Donnarumma. And Elias heads it over. I think he just needs a bit of time to get used to the physicality of the Premier League. And also he's only 20 years old, so he's got a lot of time to improve. Ita to Lozano. Lozano will cross the ball now to Lincoln. Heads it on, but only as far as the defence. Face has now got it. Now it's Malcolm. Back to Wallace. Great ball to Lozano. Lozano will race Hutchinson for it, but Hutchinson got the head start. Gets the ball, but only as far as Ascasibar. Malcolm. Besiktas can't get the ball out their half at the moment. Every long ball is getting snuffed out by our defence. And now Malcolm's got the ball. To Elias. Face it to Ascasibar. To Ita. Lozano's in there. Crosses it in and Calabria scores. That's a real... Well, it's a surprising goal because I don't think he's ever scored for us. And Hysaj will be left sweating on the bench a little bit longer. Calabria, great goal. Okay, now we can take off Facer. Simply to give him a rest. He does play a lot of games for us. Højbjerg to come on. 75th minute. And things are looking good. 3-1 Barcelona against Bayern Munich. Now it's Calabria with the ball to Højbjerg. Elias to Lozano. Will it be 4? No. Lozano's having a great game though. 9.3. 2 assists and a goal. Everything's come through him, and Malcolm's injured. We've got no replacements for him. Go uneven on that side for the last 10. 5 even. It's now 4-3 Bayern and Barcelona. Elias with the ball. That's Ascasibar, sorry. Now it's Elias. Elias got options, crosses it. And Lincoln just wasn't there quick enough. And that's it. 3-0. We go through to the first knockout round. Let's go to the dressing room. They've done well. Efforts were excellent. Was there a last minute goal from Bayern Munich? No, we came second in the group. 4-3, Barcelona won. We came second. I mean, I never expected that. Looking at the group at the start of it, I never expected to go through. But we've gone through the first knockout round. The draw will be in a couple of days. And then we've got the Carabao Cup. Before that, we've got a West Ham game. We're going to skip past that. We'll rejoin for the knockout draw. And then we'll come back for Stoke. See you guys in a second. Before we do the Champions League first knockout round draw, we can just see here that we beat West Ham 3-1 away. Now West Ham were in 4th place, so this was a good win. Even though we left it late, we brought Lincoln on. We actually went with the 3 strikers, Lincoln, Dolberg, and put Jurlek up front as well. Just put the ball in the box, and it worked out for us. I was worried for that one when they scored the equaliser that it wasn't going to be our day, but it worked out. And in a weekend of terrible results overall for everyone else, so just going to quickly run through the last fixtures. Chelsea drew, but this one shocked me the most. Tottenham won 8-2. Harry Kane scored for Man City, but it wasn't enough as Tottenham smashed them 8-2. So that's put us in a really good position. 3 points ahead of the pack now. and still 6 points ahead of 5th place, who are now Leicester, as they've gone ahead of Arsenal thanks to their result against Newcastle. Anyway, we're moving on, and now it's the Champions League first knockout round draw, and we're going to draw some teams. So next team is, well, another big news as well is that Man City got knocked out of this as well. BMG beat them away to knock them out. So Man City are no longer in the Champions League. Let's draw some teams. Vigo. I'd love Celta Vigo. Like, not happening for us. Man United, unfortunately. Paris Saint-Germain, please. No. Torino. AC Milan, again, not a team I want to face. And it's Barcelona. It's a great draw. Southampton, okay. So, BMG, I would like BMG or Olympic Lyon. I think they're the 2 weaker teams of the 5 remaining. And we've got Atletico Madrid. That is going to be a difficult tie. So that's it. I mean, we've got the home draw first against Atletico Madrid, but we've got Atletico Madrid in the first round, knockout round, the final 16. Okay, let's move on to the Carabao Cup. So here we are, Carabao Cup against Stoke City, and we've had to change pretty much everybody in the team, simply because we had a game 2 days ago, so everyone is unfit. So Luke Shaw makes a rare appearance. Gary Cahill making an even rarer appearance this season. Hoyt goes back to centre-back. Hysaj out from the cold of being shunned from the first team, back into the back 4. Scasibar and Arthur are starting. Jerlik on the left. Lozano has gone right. Now Lozano is actually on 89%, but we have a real winger shortage at the moment. And Asensio is also playing because both Asensio and Elias played the full match last game. So we've got a real shortage of players at the moment. And these fixtures are piling up. Lincoln starts. We didn't even look at the Stoke team. But their main issue, well, their main player is Lucas Moura. Gary Cahill, complete faith. So yeah, they've got Lucas Moura playing, who they bought last season, and he is singled out as their star man. They've got Moussa Dembele on a free. They got Luan, Marco Muniesa. Obviously, they've always had him. So they've got quite a solid team. It's not going to be an easy game. But we have won 5 games. Oh, Asensio's injured. Can we leave him on the pitch much longer? That's the question. Scasibar. Here's Asensio with the ball. Arthur now to Lozano. Lincoln. Jerlik. Jerlik plays across and Lozano's there. Very rarely do Jerlik and Lozano play together. But they've linked up well in this scenario. Jerlik continuing to being a good performer for the team. Yeah, he's never going to be a star player, but for 300,000, you can't ask much more than what he's done. The real problem I'm going to have is when Ontiveros and Kluivert both come back. They ran straight at Donnarumma. When they both come back, where does Jerlik go then? Because then I'll have 5 wingers. You know, and I don't really want any injuries. So what do we do? Lovely playing at the back at the moment, and Asensio's on the ball. Plays in Lincoln. Lincoln holds it up, out to Jerlik. Jerlik comes inside, plays it back to Asensio, who plays it back outside to Jerlik. He's got options, plays it to Lincoln, and Lincoln scores. It's 2-0. We're keeping Asensio on the pitch at least until half-time. I don't really want to exacerbate his injury any further, but at the same time, I don't want to bring Elias on too early and Elias to get injured as well and be left without any attacking midfielders. Hysaj now to Asensio. Back to Hysaj. Asensio's been very well involved in this game. Now Lincoln's on the ball. Lincoln strikes, hits the post. Jack Butland didn't even move. If we win this game, we will move directly to the semi-final draw, and then we'll discuss when we come back for the next episode. I don't expect any transfer business at all, other than loans and maybe a couple of the fringe youth players being sold. We've got absolutely no money in the transfer budget, absolutely no money in the wage budget. And I don't really want to sell any more players. Tell the boys paid very well indeed. Plus, we only get 35% at the moment for transfer revenue. So, if I'm going to sell players, it'll be at the end of the season when I can get 100% again. Oh, Asensio, we need to take him off. Elias. Wonder Kid attacking midfielder Elias on. Will he ever be better than Asensio? Who knows? And Lucas Moura puts it over. That's a very poor strike from him. Marco Asensio, what a signing. He's just so good. Look at him. He's getting better. He's only 23. About to turn 24. But players still improve after they're 24. They just improve very, very slowly. We proved that with Rulli, because Rulli went from 3.5 to, well, we bought him when he was 24. He went from 3.5 to 4 stars between 24 and 26. And then we sold him for 90 million. Not a bad sale, that. And this is shaping up to be a fairly decent victory. I feel like we can take Lozano off. I don't know who we can take him off for. Weird, but we're going to put Calabria there. I don't really know why we're doing that. I guess because he is a wing back of sorts. Dominguez on the ball. It's a great tackle from Santiago Ascasabar. And Donnarumma will pick that up. Big ball out. Lincoln won't be able to get to it, but Luke Shaw does. Well played. And Jurlek now, who's had a great game, sets up Lincoln for his second of the game. Jurlek with 3 assists. They're fighting over who's going to get the match ball, I think. It's great work from Shaw. And then Jurlek sets up Lincoln with an easy finish. Yeah, 3 assists from Jurlek in this game. He's on a 9. Lincoln's on a 9. No, 9.1. Lincoln's probably just going to shave it then. Last seconds. And it's over. We are through to the semi-finals for the 3rd year running. Lincoln, player of the match. Happy days. Right, we'll see you in time for the draw in a second. Here we are, and it's either Man City, Preston or Man United, or Tottenham. As I don't think Preston will be Man United, I'd quite like Tottenham in this draw. Let's see what we get. Man United, Man City. We've got Tottenham, who's home first. We're at home first. Tottenham away, second leg. So that's it. That's 2 draws we've had this. Well, we've actually had 2 wins and 2 draws this episode. Obviously not the draws that we would expect in a football context, but draws nonetheless. So when do we come back? That's the big question. I think we're now going to skip a bunch of games, and we might as well come back for Tottenham-Chelsea. There we go. It's 2 London games, both at home. Tottenham leg 1 of the Southampton Cup, as I will call it from now on, and then Chelsea in the Premier League at home. At the moment, it is a top of the division clash. Obviously, that may change in the next few games, but we'll see, and we'll catch up then. But until then, see you later.